Imagine two great empires, separated by vast continents, yet mirroring each other in power and prestige. In the west stood Rome, master of the Mediterranean. In the east rose the Han Dynasty, ruler of China for over 4 centuries. Why do historians call the Han Dynasty the Roman Empire of Asia? The answer lies in their parallel paths to greatness. Our story begins in 206 BCE, when China emerged from the chaos of the Warring States period. Liu Bang, a peasant rebel leader, defeated his rivals and founded the Han Dynasty. Like Augustus, establishing the Roman Empire after civil war, Liu Bang brought stability to a fractured land, declaring himself Emperor Gyazu. The early Han faced immediate threats from nomadic Qingnu tribes to the north, much like Rome confronted Germanic tribes. Emperor Wu, the martial emperor, launched massive campaigns that expanded Han territory further than any Chinese dynasty before. His armies pushed west, securing the Silk Road trade routes. At its peak, the Han Empire controlled 6 million square kilometers, comparable to Rome's 5 million. From the Korean Peninsula to Central Asia, from Vietnam to the Gobi Desert, Han influence created a unified cultural sphere. This territorial dominance mirrors Rome's Mediterranean control. Like Rome's legions, the Han military was a professional, disciplined force. Conscription created a standing army of over 300,000 soldiers. Advanced crossbow technology gave them ranged superiority, while cavalry units could match nomadic horsemen. This military machine secured the empire's borders for centuries. The Han didn't just conquer, they built. An extensive network of roads and canals connected the empire, much like Rome's famous highways. The 1,800-kilometer imperial road linked the capital Chang'an to distant provinces, enabling rapid troop movement and trade. Here lies perhaps the strongest parallel. Both empires created vast trade networks that connected civilizations. The Han-established Silk Road became the ancient world's greatest economic artery, linking China to Rome itself. Silk for gold, spices for glass, these exchanges enriched both empires. Cultural influence followed trade routes. Han innovations like papermaking, the compass, and advanced metallurgy spread westward. Meanwhile, Roman glassware and coins traveled east. Both empires became cultural exporters, shaping neighboring civilizations for centuries. Administratively, the Han developed a sophisticated bureaucracy that rivaled Rome's. Emperor Wu established imperial universities to train civil servants in Confucian classics. This merit-based system, while imperfect, created stability similar to Rome's educated equestrian class. Legal systems provided another parallel. The Han Code, based on Confucian principles but incorporating legalist elements, created a uniform legal framework across diverse territories. Like Roman law, it emphasized social hierarchy while providing some protections. Urban planning reveals more similarities. Chang'an, the Han capital, covered 36 square kilometers with walls 12 meters high, comparable to Rome's size. Its grid-patterned streets, markets, and administrative centers followed careful design principles, much like Roman cities. The Han even had their own Pax Romana, a Pax Sinica, lasting nearly 2 centuries of relative peace and prosperity. From 141 to 87 BCE, internal stability allowed arts, literature, and technology to flourish. This golden age mirrors Rome's peak under the 5 good emperors. Technological innovation defined both empires. Han engineers developed advanced iron smelting, producing superior weapons and tools. Their water-powered bellows and blast furnaces were centuries ahead of Europe. Similarly, Roman concrete and aqueducts demonstrated engineering mastery. Agricultural revolutions supported massive populations. The Han promoted iron plows, crop rotation, and state granaries, increasing food production dramatically. Rome's latifundia system achieved similar scale. Both empires fed millions through organized agriculture. Philosophy and ideology played crucial roles. While Rome celebrated civic virtue and law, the Han embraced Confucianism as state ideology. This ethical system emphasized social harmony, filial piety, and educated governance, creating cultural cohesion across diverse regions. The Han also faced Rome-like challenges: corruption, succession crises, and economic inequality. Powerful eunuchs and aristocratic families sometimes controlled emperors, similar to Roman Praetorian Guards and senatorial factions. Both systems struggled with power concentration. Military overextension threatened both empires. Han campaigns against the Xiongnu drained resources, much like Rome's Persian Wars. The cost of maintaining distant frontiers strained economies, leading to increased taxes and social unrest. Peasant rebellions erupted as conditions worsened. The Yellow Turban Rebellion in 184 CE, led by Taoist millenarians, mirrored Rome's slave revolts and Christian persecutions. These uprisings exposed systemic weaknesses in both imperial structures. Division followed crisis. After 220 CE, the Han Empire split into three warring kingdoms, the Three Kingdoms period. Similarly, Rome would eventually divide into Eastern and Western empires. Central authority fragmented in both cases. Yet the Han legacy endured, just as Rome's did. Successor states claimed Han legitimacy for centuries. The very name Han became synonymous with Chinese ethnicity, Han Chinese today. Similarly, Roman identity persisted long after the empire fell. Language and writing systems created lasting unity. Han-era Classical Chinese became the literary standard for East Asia, much like Latin in Europe. Vietnam, Korea, and Japan adopted Chinese characters, creating a cultural sphere comparable to Romance language regions. Historical records preserved both empires' memories. Sima Qian's Records of the Grand Historian created China's first comprehensive history during the Han, similar to Livy's Roman history. These works defined how future generations understood their past. Art and architecture reflected imperial grandeur. Han tomb art shows daily life with remarkable detail, while Roman frescoes did the same. Both developed distinctive artistic styles that influenced subsequent centuries. Religious syncretism characterized both empires. The Han incorporated Taoist and Buddhist elements alongside state Confucianism, while Rome blended Greek, Eastern, and Christian traditions. This flexibility helped manage diverse populations. The Han even had direct contact with Rome. Chinese records mention the Qin, the Great Qin, or Roman Empire. Roman glassware found in Han tombs and Han silk in Roman sites prove these distant empires knew of each other's existence. Why did both empires ultimately fall? Similar patterns emerge: barbarian pressures, economic strain, political corruption, and military overextension. The Han collapsed in 220 CE, while Rome's Western Empire fell in 476 CE, but both left enduring legacies. The Han's influence outlived the dynasty. Subsequent Chinese dynasties modeled themselves on Han precedents. The civil service examination system, begun under Han, continued for 2,000 years. Han legal concepts shaped East Asian law for centuries. Comparatively, Rome's legacy shaped European civilization similarly. Both empires created templates for imperial governance, cultural integration, and historical memory. Their parallel developments across Eurasia represent one of history's most fascinating coincidences. Modern scholarship continues to explore these parallels. Historians debate whether similar challenges produce similar solutions across civilizations. The Han-Rome comparison helps us understand universal patterns in state formation and collapse. So why is the Han Dynasty considered the Roman Empire of Asia? Because both created unprecedented territorial control, sophisticated administration, enduring cultural influence, and historical legacies that shaped continents. They represent peak achievements in their respective civilizations. The Han Dynasty wasn't merely China's golden age. It was a civilization that matched Rome in scale, sophistication, and significance. For 4 centuries, it defined what empire meant in Asia, just as Rome did in Europe. Their parallel stories remind us that human achievement knows no single origin. From the Silk Road to the Senate, from Chang'an to Constantinople, these twin pillars of ancient civilization demonstrate how different peoples can arrive at similar solutions. The Han Dynasty truly deserves its title, the Roman Empire of Asia.